Assalamualaikum, class. How are you, beta? Dua Fatma, raise your hand and tell me you can hear me, beta. Can you hear me? Okay, good. How are you, beta? Dua Fatma, are you feeling well? Okay, ji. In our previous class yesterday, we discussed a newspaper article that was on page number 20, and the title of that article was "Watch Out, There's a Thief About." And we discussed that there was a thief which were stealing the things of the people living in the Broad Street. So today we are going to do the exercise 3. We did exercise 2 yesterday, and today we are going to do exercise 3. So hold your pencils in your hand and let's start exercise 3. So here you have to write the names of the people and their house numbers under the pictures in exercise 2. So the pictures are given in exercise 2 and there's a blank. Under the picture, you can see it. You have to write the names of the people and with their house numbers. I yesterday to ask you to and told you to underline or circle the names and the house numbers. Okay, so today you are going to tell me the answer. I am Noor Bilal, beta. Unmute your mic, Noor Bilal.
Yes, teacher.
Ji beta, tell me, Grace, whose hairband is this in picture A? Can you see the picture A? There's a hairband on the table, side table of the bed in the bedroom. So can you tell me that whose hairband is this? Yesterday we discussed the girl's name and I told you to encircle the girl's name. Can you tell me?
Teacher, great farmer.
Very good. So you have to write Grace Farmer here. Start writing with G, capital G. Okay. So you can see the name of Grace Farmer here as well. If I'll show you, this is Grace Farmer. So you have to write G, capital G, G-R-A-C-E, Grace. Then you will give a space and then you will write Farmer, F-A-R-M-E-R, Farmer, Grace Farmer. Okay. And then you have to write her house number as well. You are going to write the initials with capital letters as they are proper nouns. Grace Farmer is a proper noun. It's a very special name. It's a name of a girl. And after that, after writing Grace Farmer on the line, you have to write here age. That means house. Okay, house number. So you are writing her house number, which is 19. House number 19. For house, you will simply write a capital H and then you will write the hash and then you will write 19. Okay, or you can write house number 19. So for picture A, you can see the hairband. This hairband belongs to Grace Farmer, a girl. She is 11 years old and she lives at number 19. So you will write house number 19 here under the line for picture A. Okay. So after it, completing it, now discuss picture B. You can see the car keys on the kitchen table, right? So whose car keys are these? Umayma Shaukat, unmute your mic and tell me. Umayma. Beta, whose car keys are these? Can you tell me? Yesterday we discussed it. Can you tell me the name of that person? We encircled the names.
Mr. Baker.
Oh, beta. Mr. Baker's watch was lost or stolen. So,
Miss Parker.
very good, beta. So you have to write Miss Parker here. Start writing M-I-S-S. Miss. M should be capital. M-I-S-S. Miss. And then give a space. And then you have to write capital P, P-A-R-K-E-R. This is Miss Parker. Her name is Miss Parker. M capital. Then give a space. And then P should be capital, P-A-R-K-E-R. Miss Parker, and her house number is number 12. So under the line, on the line you have to write Miss Parker, and under the line you have to write age, capital H, house, and then number, hashtag, and then you will write number 12. You will write 12. Okay. Miss Parker's house number is 12. So write house number 12 for picture B. Okay, now we are going to do picture C. Let's discuss it. You can see in picture C, there's a watch on the side table. And whose watch is this? Let me see. Dua Fatma, beta, can you give me the answer? You were not in the class yesterday. So do you think that you are able to give me the answer? Have you read this news article or not?
Not.
Okay, fine, beta. Okay, I am going to ask again then Noor Bilal. Okay, Noor Bilal, are you ready for it?
Yes,
Bilal, ji beta, tell me, Noor Bilal, whose watch is this?
this one watch.
Yes, beta. We discussed it yesterday, and
Okay.
you can see in the text, reading text, you can see, you can find. Yes, very good, Noor Bilal. Very good, Noor Bilal. Good. Okay, Mr. Parker. For Mr. Parker, you are going to write capital M, and then you are going to write R. This is Mr. Parker written here. Mr. M-R, Mr. So write capital M and then small r. It shows Mr. It's the abbreviation for Mr. And then give a space and then write B, capital B, B-A-K-E-R, Baker, Mr. Baker. Okay. So for picture C, you are going to write Mr. Baker, and his house number is number 11. So under the line where you are writing, under picture C, you are writing Mr. Baker, and after that you are going to write house number 11. Mr. Baker's house number is house number 11. And now the last one is left. In picture D, you can see that there's a diamond necklace on the side table. So I am going to ask Hafsa. Hafsa, can you tell me, beta? Hafsa, unmute your mic. Hafsa Babar. Hafsa Babar, can you please tell me, beta? Whose diamond necklace is this? What do you think? Hafsa Babar, are you there, bete? Okay, Umaima, can I ask you, beta? Umaima Shocker, can I ask you? Unmute your mic and tell me if you know the answer, beta.
Yes, teacher.
Ji, beta, can you tell me the answer?
Yes.
Ji.
Teacher, Mr. Teacher,
Mrs. It's Mrs.
Mrs.
Mrs. Starlet. Mrs. Starlet. Very good, Maima. Good job, beta. It's Mrs. Starlet. This necklace belongs to, diamond necklace belongs to Mrs. Starlet. Okay. So, you have to write capital M. I'm showing you you can see my cursor. Okay. It's Mrs. Starlet. So you have to write M, capital M, and then R, and then S. Mrs. It shows Mrs. It's the abbreviation of Mrs. M-R-S. M should be capital, okay? Mrs. Starlet. And give a space and then write capital S, S-T-A-R star, L-E-T, that Starlet. This diamond necklace belongs to Mrs. Starlet. So you have to write Mrs. and then give space and then Starlet. S capital S-T-A-R-L-E-T. Okay, and then you have to write her house number. She lives in number 20. So you are going to write house number 20 under this line for picture D. Okay, for picture D. Okay, I'm going to repeat it for you again, beta. So check your answers. For picture A, we have written Grace Farmer, house number 19. We are going to write the names with capital letters. The initial, the first letters should be capital because these are proper nouns. Okay, so the first picture, under picture A, you are going to write Grace Farmer. Her house number is number 19. For picture B, you are going to write Miss Parker and her house number is house number 12. For picture C, you are going to write Mr. Baker and his house number is number 11. And for picture D, you are going to write Mrs. Starlet. Her house number is number 20. Okay, I hope you have written it. Now, after it, completing exercise 3 on page number 20, we are moving to page number 21. And we are going to read the next part of or the next newspaper article about this the Broad Street thief. Okay, so let's do it. Let's read it. And there's a question here before this article. Who found the stolen things? Why can't the police catch the thief? We are going to discuss this question orally after reading this text, right? So tell me who is going to read the text. Umaima Shokat, can you read the text, beta? Start reading the text. G. So the title is The Broad Street Thief is Still Around. Around means here, around means around you or nearby, right? The thief is still in the Broad Street.
Teacher, please repeat.
What? You can start it, beta.
टीचर दोबारा से repeat करेंगे.
Beta, we are going to read from page number 21. Are you ready?
Yes.
Fine, start reading.
The people is Broad Street have found the theft, but the police.
Umaima, the word is thief. Thief means burglar who steals the things.
But the police cannot catch him. Then Bates told his story to our reporter. I was playing football near the empty house in Broad street with my friend Dave Briggs.
Okay,
We were
stop it here, Umaima. So I am going to tell you that you have to encircle or underline the important points. Okay, I will ask you questions about these points. So you all have to underline or encircle these phrases I'm telling you. Okay, so I'm going to read it for you again. The people in Broad Street have found the thief, but the police cannot catch him. Okay, the people have found the thief. So Dane Bate is a boy. He is the brother of Sandra, right? So Dane Bate told his story to our reporter. He's saying, in speech marks has started, that I was playing football. So you have to underline near the empty house. Okay, underline it, near the empty house. Near the empty house, underline it. In Broad Street, only you have to just only underline near the empty house. You can see my cursor. I'm showing you that where you have to underline. It's the fourth line. Okay. Okay. Near the empty house, underline it, and then in Broad Street with my friend Dave Briggs. Okay. Umaima, continue the reading. We were
using the door of the garage.
Okay, underline door of the garage. Underline door of the garage. We were using the door of the garage. Door is very important, okay? Just remind it. Door of the garage. Continue, Maima.
Yes. They kicked the football too high. It landed on the...
Okay, Maima, thank you, beta. Okay, Ji, I am going to read it because I have to pause where you have to underline the phrases. So they were playing. Dan Bate is saying that I was playing football near the empty house in Broad Street with my friend Dave Briggs. His friend name is Dave Briggs, and he's saying that we were using the door. So underline the door of the garage. Okay. Door of the garage as our goal. Dave kicked the football too high. So underline too high. Okay, too high. T-O-O-2-H-I-G-H, high. So Dane's friend Dave kicked the football. They were playing with the football. Just keep it in mind. Okay, they are playing the football with the football. So they kicked the Dave kicked the football too high. Underline too high. It landed on the flat roof. Underline the words flat roof. Flat roof. Okay. Dave kicked the football too high. It landed on the flat roof of the garage, and a big magpie flew away. So underline the words big magpie. Big magpie. What is magpie? Magpie is a bird. Okay, magpie is a bird. It's just like a crow, or from a crow's family. So when the football landed on the flat roof of the garage, a big magpie, a big bird like crow, flew away. Okay, so underline big magpie. So Dan is saying, I climbed up the apple tree. So underline apple tree. Dan climbed up the apple tree. Next to the garage and on to the roof to get the football. So you have to, in this sentence, you have to underline apple tree and the last word football. Just keep in mind that they are using the football. Okay. So Dan climbed up the apple tree. Okay, I'm going to read the next line. It was next to the magpie's nest. And what is magpie? Magpie is a bird like a crow. Okay, so it was next to the magpie's nest. In the nest, this here, this part of the newspaper's article is very interesting. Just listen to it very carefully. In the nest, who saw in the nest? Who is going to answer me? Dua Fatma, can you answer me, beta? What is a magpie, bete? Dua, what is a magpie? A bird like crow. Who is seeing in the nest? Who is there near the nest? The boy. And the boy's name is Dan Bate. Okay, and circle the names. In the first name is in the third line. That is Dan Bate. And circle the name. So you can see that its name. The first boy's name is Dan Bate. And circle it in the third line. And in the fifth line, the last the words are the name. The name of the Dan Bates friend, Dave Briggs. Okay, so the two boys are playing near the empty house, not in the empty house. They are playing near the empty house and in the broad street. So the boys' names are Dan Bate and Dave Briggs. Okay, so they are playing with a football and they were using the door of the garage as their goal. Dave kicked the ball too high. It means that Dave kicked the ball very high and it landed on the flat. You can see the picture. This is the flat roof of the garage. Okay, if you can see the picture, this is the door of the garage. Okay, and this is the flat roof of the garage, and this is the apple tree next to the garage, right? So Dan climbed up the apple tree to get the ball, to get the football, and he went onto the roof to get the football. It was next to the magpie's nest. So where was the bird's nest? It was on the apple tree. Okay, so when the boy climbed up onto the apple tree, before that, when he kicked the ball, the big magpie bird flew away. So when Dan climbed up the apple tree and he went onto the roof of the garage, which was next, the apple tree was next to the apple tree was next to the garage roof. So the boy Dan Bate, who went on the roof, he saw the nest of the bird. Bird's name is magpie, and he saw that there's in the nest there were 2 eggs of the bird, and with the eggs there were other things, including a necklace and a watch. Okay, now I am asking Umaima. Umaima, beta, tell me that what did Dan Bates see in the nest of magpie? Umaima, Shaka. Unmute.
Yes, teacher.
Beta, tell me that what did Dan Bates see in the nest of the bird?
टीचर आपकी आवाज सही नहीं आ रही.
Bete, are you not looking at the reading passage? Look at the reading passage now. Okay, Umaima?
Yes, teacher.
Beta, please look at the reading text. The last 3 lines, read the last 3 lines of the first paragraph and tell me the answer.
I was very surprised, so I went.
Mama, I'm saying that read the last 3 lines of the first paragraph. This is the first paragraph. And then 3 lines are, it was next to the magpie's nest. In the nest, there were 2 eggs and some other things, including a necklace and a watch. Okay, Hafsa Babar, can you please unmute your mic and tell me that what did Dan see in the nest of the magpie? Hafsa Baba, you ready, bete? Okay, so Dan, the boy who was playing near the garage, he saw the necklace, the diamond necklace of Mrs. Starlet and the watch of Mr. Baker in the nest with the two eggs of the bird. Okay, so the boy is still continuing. He's saying that I was very surprised. So I went and told my dad that there is a necklace and a watch in the bird's nest. The dad came and collected the things from the nest. Who's the dad? What's the dad's name? Mr. Bate. So Mr. Bate came and he collected the things from the nest. Then he called the police. Hafsa Babar, can you read it, beta? The next last paragraph, can you read it? Okay, I'm going to read it. I think Hafsa Babar is not there. A zookeeper explained to our reporter, he's saying that magpies love bright things. They often collect them for their nests. So this is the instinct of bird. This is in his nature, in that bird's nature, that he loves bright. Magpies love bright things, so they often collect these kind of bright things for their nest, to keep them in their nests. And the bird obviously don't know that these are very precious things, the diamond necklace, the watch. So they, whenever they see anything around them or in the houses, when they see that the window is open and it's the thing, that thing is reachable, so they just collect those things, bright things and shiny things, and they keep them in their nest. The police told our reporter, we have given all the things back, but people must be careful. They mustn't leave bright things next to the open windows. The problem is, this is one thief we can't catch. So the police is saying that they cannot catch the bird because the bird is a thief here in Broad Street, and the bird is stealing the things of different people. So they are saying that we have given the things back to the people, and the people must be very careful. They should not put their precious things or bright things or shiny things, sparkling things in near to their open windows, because the magpie bird will definitely steal those things. So the people should be very careful. And the police is saying, this is very funny, that we know the thief, but we cannot catch the thief because the thief is a bird. Okay, so now we are going to Okay, but you have to tell me that who was the thief in the story? Who stole the things? Now let's discuss the questions given on page 21. Can you hear me, Bete? Bete, can you hear me? Who will answer my question? Who was the thief?
Teacher?
Ji beta, tell me the answer. Who was the thief? Who was stealing the things of the people? Who's going to answer me?
I will just wait a second.
Okay, Noor Bilal, tell me the answer. Very good, beta.
Just 1 second, teacher. Just 1 second.
Okay, beta. Is it a human
Thief
being
with
or
a
a bird
Sandra
or an animal?
brother. Thief with a Sandra brother.
No, beta, it's a big bird, magpie, who stole the things of the people, beta. I told you that the bird is a thief here. Okay, magpie bird is a thief. Sandra's brother Dan, he found the things in the bird's nest. So he was basically the helper. He found the things, the stolen things in the nest of the bird, and the bird's name is magpie. And I was telling you that this bird has an instinct that he used to stole the things of the people, or he collect the things of the people, the things which are very shiny, which are very sparkling and bright. So this bird normally collect those things to keep those things in its nest. Okay. So who is
Okay.
the thief? A bird. Okay, a bird. And why can't the police
Okay.
catch the thief? Why? Because the police cannot catch the bird, right? A police cannot catch the bird. Okay, let's do this exercise 5 on page number 21. Let's do this exercise. Okay. Write the sentences
Okay.
in the correct order in your notebook. So you just need to write numberings. You see that the third the third sentence has number 1 written with it. So it is the statement number 1. First, read the statement number 1. I mean, there's the written number 1 here. You hold your pencil. You have to write the numbers at the end of the sentences. Okay. It means that we have to arrange these sentences in correct order. So the third sentence is the first sentence actually in order. The thief stole some things from the houses in Broad Street. Okay. It's already an example. It's given. Number 1 is written here. So number 2 sentence would be, Dan and Dave played football. No. Dan climbed onto the garage roof. No. Dan found the lost things in the magpie's nest. Dave kicked the ball onto the garage roof, and the people told the police there was a thief. So the thief stole some things from the houses in Broad Street. So obviously the number 6 sentence is the second sentence. So write number 2 after sentence number 6. Okay.
Teacher,
Bete, write number 2 here right after sentence 6. Can you see my cursor moving? So sentence number 6 is the sentence 2. We are putting these sentences in order. Okay, do you understand? So write number 2 here after sentence 6. Number 2. And then the third sentence is, Dan and Dave played football. So just recall the story in order. The thieves stole the
Teacher?
things of the houses in Broad Street. Ji beta, Umaima. Any problem, bete?
टीचर मैं उमाइमा नहीं हूँ,
Who is this?
इमन हूँ।
Okay, fine. Is there any problem, Iman?
टीचर वो हाउस नंबर क्वेश्चन नंबर 3 में लिखने थे ना।
Beta, fine. You have to write houses numbers under the pictures in exercise 2, but the question there, that was exercise 3. That was the part of exercise 3. Okay? So in exercise 2 on page 20, there the blanks were there, right? On the blanks, you have to write the names, and under the names, under that line, you have to write the house numbers. Okay? Okay, Iman?
Okay.
Okay, Iman, now we are doing exercise 5 on page number 21. Okay, so here you have to arrange these sentences in order. It means that what happened first, you have to write number 1 for that, and then what happened next, you have to write number 2 for that. Okay, so the third statement is the first in order. You have to write number 1. It's already there. So for the statement number 6, you have to write number 2. Okay. And Dan and Dave played football. Statement number 1 is the third in order. It's the third statement. Write number 3 after statement number 1. Okay. Write number 3.